Hey everybody, what is going on? HexLex here, got another Master Duel video for you, and it's Monday, which means it is once again time for another one of our weekly viewer specials. Of course, as always as ever, we are doing these every single Monday, and for those who don't know, the viewer special is a video series in which we showcase your games, your cool decks, and the awesome replays that you've got to show them off. So if you are interested in getting in on that and sharing your replays with the channel, then you're going to want to head down to the description below. There you're going to find an invite link to our Discord server, the HexLexPlex, and once you head over there, under the Master Duel section, you're going to find the channel for viewer special submissions. That's what it's called. So once you are at that spot, one of the main bits of information that I'm going to need from you is your 9-digit player ID. This will let me see your publicly saved replays. Please do make sure that your replays are publicly saved, and make sure that you are entering this 9-digit code correctly. Those are the two most major things that cause me to not be able to see somebody's game. And it's been sad. There have been some times where I'm like, oh, I really want to see that duel, but either the person didn't put their ID in correctly or they forgot to make the replay public. So please do double check both of those things. But yeah, if you have like 10 different replays, you can definitely do 10 different submissions. That's a-okay with me. I just ask that you don't submit like the same game over and over again. But yeah, we take as many different entries as you want to send in. We only have time to feature so many replays per week, but I do try to get a mix of both new people and people who do regularly submit. And even if you don't get featured this week, there is always the next one. And of course, all of the ones after that. Because like I said, this series happens every single week. So definitely plenty of opportunities there. Oh, the other thing too, when you're leaving that, you know, your player ID in the channel there, if you do have multiple replays, make sure you're leaving like the date and time or your opponent's name, just so I know what game you want me to watch specifically. It's also helpful to leave a little blurb about the game, like I played this deck versus this deck. So you don't have to necessarily do that, or if you want to include more detail about what the game was like, that's also very helpful. But this is the main bit of information I'll need is, again, the player ID and then the just enough information to see which game you want specifically me to see. So anyway, that's the spiel. Let's go ahead and watch some of your games now. Okay, our first replay comes to us from Darui, who has some Ice Barrier games. Let's watch one that's 10 turns. I feel like that might be a nice fun back and forth. A nice fun back and forth? Durian left a very funny comment as well, a message that's like, nobody knows how Ice Barrier cards work, especially Lancia. It's definitely true of my experience playing this deck as well. I definitely meant to come back to Ice Barrier at some point, but I just never end up getting around to it. Maybe I'll try to work it in next season. Excuse me. Which I guess next season is like, you know, in a few days, so maybe I'll try to work it in a few days. I don't know. Alright, going for that Lancia set Imperm Pass, which, you know, this might not look like a lot as far as an end board goes, but the Lancia by itself does still represent potentially multiple disruption. But there is one important thing to note about it, is that Lancia is the ancestral dragon of the Ice Mountain. This is not actually an Ice Barrier card, and I believe all of the Ice Barrier cards do require another Ice Barrier monster to work. So once both Ice Barrier monsters are summoned, then we're good, but until then, we'll have to play through at least some amount of stuff here. So, ooh, the Subversion to the Lancia right away. That's pretty not good for us. Imseti pitching the Stovey. Wow. Quite the pile deck our opponents got here. We are going to end up ashing their Imseti here. They've got a Nightmare Pain to follow that. Whoa. And they're going to Foolish Tear Cash. Whoa. It's an everything pile. Sick. But unfortunately, they didn't mill anything too good off the tier cache, looks like here. It's an everything pile with lab stuff. That's interesting. I don't know if I've seen that particular iteration, but it does seem pretty cool. So, all right, we're going to set call by and pass. So they don't have too much of anything either. It's like we're in a little bit of a top deck war here. Let's see who ends up prevailing. All right, we have Foolish. It's going to let us send the Mirror Mage. We'll definitely get at least some amount of things going here. Mirror Mage is going to grab the Freezing Chains. We're going to Freezing Chains for the Revealer. And then we can activate Revealer, pitching the Droll to summon the Georgius. Georgius is going to activate, but oh, they have a Super Poly! Super Poly pitch Big Welcome. Oh, it had to be Super Poly of all cards, too. That's brutal. Alright, so they get a Mud Dragon. I think we still get our Mirror Mage? Yeah, or our monster in general. We're going to grab Revealer and just battle over the Mud Dragon. That actually sets us up pretty nicely for next turn, because this is not an on-summon, so once per turn, spell speed 1 effect. So, yep. They don't have any plays on their turn. We get to go back over to ours, and then now we can activate Revealer again. Gonna pitch to Max C this time, summon another Georgius. Georgius effect to grab the Mirror Mage. Now we can sync for 10 using the Georgius and Revealer. That's gonna let us go for another Lancia. Moving to battle, we're gonna swing in with the Lancia, and it looks like we're gonna use that to kind of solidify our board state here. Now we do have another Ice Barrier monster on the field, so if they did try to start summoning stuff, we could have brought out like the General Raiho and that kind of a thing. So get the Specialist Speaker, we're going to link it off with the Mirror Mage here to go for the Coral Anemone. Yep, Coral Anemone. Coral Anemone is going to revive, and the Mirror Mage, of course, will add the Hexa. Coral Anemone reviving the Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage F contribute the Coral Anemone, and then we can get our tokens. Now we can go for a number of things, actually, like Dragite or another Super Poly! Oh, that's brutal. Oh, but they didn't fuse with the... Oh, they had to do Garura, because they already used the Mud Dragon, so yeah, they couldn't fuse away our Lancia, which is pretty good. Oh, wow, what is... Oh, that's a... Oh, it's Trish? No, it's Crocodragon. Okay, that's actually way better here. I thought we were going for Trishula for a second there. No, I like the Crocodragon draw 3. Battling over the Garura, that does give them a draw, but they're still not in a great state. We have the Utopia, or Draco Utopian Aura, which is really good here, alongside the Imperm, the Call By. Looks like they're going to 1-for-1 for the Shiren, for Samsara and D-Lotus. Let's us use Lancia F. They're going to chain a Big Welcome to bounce their own D-Lotus. We can just, yeah, chain Crocodragon and pop it. Yeah, bouncing their own D-Lotus doesn't really achieve anything there, because even if they did do that, they would just normal it again, and then we could still, like, Imperm it or something, you know? Or we have Call By as well. And now we have General Raiho. Well, again, we don't have another Ice Barrier monster, though, so that would be another kind of situation where we would have to, like, we'd have to get another Ice Barrier monster out. But we had tons of ways to push through all that. That was not ever going to be an issue at all, so... Hell yeah, that was a great duel. Thanks for the submission there, Darbury. Let's go ahead and check out some other games. Okay, next up we have Vex, aka King AO, 7x7, or 7x7, 7x7? some one of those. Over on the Discord there. We're going to have a game here versus Tanaka, where we are on Dragon Link. Love to watch some Dragon Link games. I definitely want to fix up my Dragon Link list. Like, for example, I think I should definitely be on the Red Eyes package. There were a lot of comments that were saying that, and I 100% agree. It would give me more starters, which was like the main thing I was complaining about during that deck profile. And it's like, well, yeah, if you played those, you'd have more starters. So it's like we're up against Traptrix here. We're going to try to max C, but they have a Called By. So looks like we're going to have to play through whatever Traptrix ends up setting up here. The Pudika's obviously going to grab the Garden, right? I say obviously, and then I don't even remember. Yeah, you got Traptrip Garden. That's what I thought. Okay. Traptrip Garden coming down. Pudika gonna get linked off for Sarah, of course. Yep. And let's see how many Backrow they have. We have an extra normal for the Murmillo that lets them add the Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And then they can set with the Sarah. We're gonna set Julieta. Okay. Oh, then now they can activate. Yep. Now Sarah gets to activate again, going for Dionea. Dionea is going to reset the Gravediggers. Now they're going to link off for... I wonder what this is. Oh, it's Aroma Safari. Jasmine. Words. Oh, and then Strena. Whoa, they're pivoting into, like, Plant Link plays. Or at least monsters. I don't know if they're going to go, like, full Plant Link here, but... Whoa, they're doing Ragnaraka stuff. Okay. Alright, so Evil Seed F gonna grab Wicked Butterfly as well as the Bloom. Banishing the Butterfly? Yep, banishing the Wicked Butterfly. That's usually what they end up doing from what I noticed. Because that gets the in-phase effect to draw. Yep. Alright, now Bloom coming down. Oh, also they went to this, hang on, they went to this rank 9 here. What is this one? Sacred Tree Beast, Hyperchun. During your turn, when you activate a card or effect, you can target one card of the same type attached during your opponent's turn. You can detach. Oh, yeah, this card, okay. Wait, does it negate and destroy? Negate the activation, and if you do, destroy the card. Okay, cool, so. Alright, now they're going to do some Ragnarok Link Climbing Skeletal Soldier effect. And then the Bloom effect for more bodies. Here's Mantis Monk. I already recognize the arrows. Mantis Monk is going to, of course, add the Hunting Dance. It's a good little part of the combo line there. I really like it when a deck's combo line lets you add a good trap card from the archetypes you use for later. Always appreciated. Alright, so got right on time, Gamma. We're gonna go for Ravine first. Very, very smart, because as the Ash Blossom here, we have the Gamma. And the cool thing is, too, oh, they have a Gravediggers, that's right. Well, we had to bait that out no matter what, so this was still good. The cool thing is, too, if they didn't take that bait, we could still try to bait it with Lubellion. Oh, Gravediggers doesn't send it, though? Oh, so our Gamma's still live, because we just use it right here. Yep. That's so good. That's ridiculous. Okay, this destroys it, so... But this one Gamma was able to eat 2 of their negates. That's extremely good for us. So we know the last Backrow is Hunting Dance. So that's pretty much the only thing that we have to play through, except for maybe a Hand Trap. Ravine already activated, so it doesn't matter if it gets blown up here. Banishing Trap Hole can't be activated this turn because it was just set. We're going to Lubellion for Druid Swarm. Druid Swarm banishing... Oh my god, they have the Maxi too! You know what? The thing is that's kind of nice though about Maxi is that it's negated because it got call-byed. Did it get call-byed? I'm assuming that's what happened earlier, right? Yeah, of course it was. Yep, I remember now. But even if it had resolved here, the other kind of nice thing is that against like Traptrix, like this is the style of deck where like of course they're playing hand traps, but a lot of their threats are going to be like trap cards. So like playing into Maxi against a very Backrow heavy deck isn't always as dangerous as it is against combo decks because there's only like they can draw a million cards, but you can only set up to 5, right? You know, so. So we're going to Hunting Dance Druid Storm. We're going to Druid Storm F on the Sarah. Normal Summon Starliege Seyfert. And that is pretty much all that we need to get our combos going here. Going to pitch the Rocket Tracer to go for the Wyver Burster. Going to summon the Striker here. Striker F for the Boot Sector launch. Got the Wyver Burster here. Banishing Abs Router to summon Linking Off for... Is it still going to be Romulus? Even though we, yeah, because we just need the body at this point. Even though we already used Dragon Ravine, it's like we just need the body. We get Collapse Serpent. Gonna go for the Boot Sector launch. We could actually Boot Sector for 2 here. Oh no, we only have the 1 though, yeah. Okay, banishing the Gamma to summon the Collapse Serpent. Linking off the Collapse Serpent for the Pissy. And of course, no more Wyver Burster searches, because it's only at 1, but... Alright, going for the Striker here. Pissy F, gonna bring back the Druid Swarm. We can sack Druid Swarm for Lubellion. This is a good play. Because then now Lubellion can grab the Branded Regained. Now this is gonna be the Triple Burst, right? Yep. Alright, Seyfert F. Oh, we're adding back Lubellion. That's good. That's really good. And then we get to add a Levianeer. Oh, so good. Blowing up both Backrow here, and now we're going for the Borland. And Borland, lest we forget, can attack every single monster on the field. Okay, here's Tracer. We haven't used Tracer's effect, by the way, so now we're going to pop our field spell, summon Recharger, and sink for an 8. That 8's going to be the Borland Savage Dragon. Borland F, and wow, our opponent doesn't even want to try to play through that. It's not quite lethal here, but we do battle over... Wait, is that lethal? Hang on. Oh, they timed us out? Boo! Boo! That was a great game with Dragon Link. Thank you very much for showing that off. I definitely need to watch more Dragon Link games in general, because I am very much lacking experience with that deck. I wish I would have played it more this season. I was so focused on Super Heavy when maybe I should have been more focused on D-Link. But anyway, thanks again for the game there. Let's go ahead and check out our last duel. And let's go ahead and check out a game from Toadad. I thought of her when I saw Traptrix. And I saw that that you'd submitted there, so I wanted to see what you got for us, Toad. Alright, looks like Toad is also rocking a Ragnaraka package here with the Traptrix. We're going to go Mantis for Murmillo, and then Link off the Mantis for who else but Sarah. Oh, I should say to our opponent, Miss Premium, which is a very fun name, is on Voiceless Voice, so... I always forget that I also have a royal Traptrix Julieta. I should make use of that at some point. Oh, but I don't know. Maybe someday. I remember there was some like pile deck that played a very light Traptrix engine that I thought about using it in. Oh, the butterflies, that's right. I was trying to remember what happens if you click on this board. Speaking of butterflies, we're going to banish the Ragnaraka butterfly, as always for the evil seed there. Go into our Skeletal Soldier. Hey, this is looking kind of familiar, isn't it? So, yeah, I think the Ragnaraka deck is really cool. I like what it potentially offers. Ooh, we're doing something a little bit different. We're going for Bellinger the Resurgent. Or, wait, Banghalancer. Jeez, Bellinger. Banghalancer is what this card is called. This one has a pretty nice negate effect. Well, it's not a negate effect, it's actually a bounce effect. And then it also has a little bit of an extender effect as well if it's in the graveyard to bring itself back, which is pretty nice. So, alright, so Skeletal Soldier plus the Beetle. It's going to be Mantis Monk. We get to go for the trap card here. The Hunting Dance. Alright, Bloom for the Beetle, and then is this going to be the Link 5? It is, it's the Stag Sovereign. See, I wondered if the opponent in the last game was going to summon this or not, but it looks like we are. Hell yeah. Alright, here's Pre-Prep, which is going to grab Prayers and then the Sorvis here. So, okay, yep, definitely Voiceless Voice. We're going to Droll them here. Very nice to do to Voiceless, although it looks like, oh, they have a call by. Yeah, because they need to add with the low, they need to add with the barrier, so yeah, Droll definitely a pretty solid card against them here. Alright, looks like they have a Prosperity up next. Gonna banish 6, reveal Effect Sorvis, Diviner, Effect Saphira, Fallen of Albaz, wow. Trias Hierarchia, and then the Veiler. They're going for the Diviner here. Oh, Fallen of Albaz, they must be on the cringe Sanctifier package. I'll take every opportunity I need to say it. Ban Sanctifier. Hashtag ban Sanctifier. Alright, so Stag Sovereign activating once the low comes down to pop it and the Trias here. Barrier still gets to activate. Ooh, our opponent's on Nemesis Corridor as well. Alright, here we're going to summon out our Murmillo. Murmillo gets to pop the barrier before they get to use it, which is very nice. They get to go for Thunder Dragon Colossus, which is like kind of whatever here. It's like doesn't really do a lot to us right now. Looks like we're gonna Ritual Summon for Skull Guardian using the Sorvis in hand. Skull Guardian effect is going to activate. Low also activates here. Looks like we're going to use the Banghalancer to negate the Skull Guardian. Very nice, as that will prevent them from summoning the low. Oh no, it bounces it. That's why I always think it's a negate. It's even better, actually, in this situation, because we just bounce it back, and then it's not on the field, so they don't have a big body or a negate. Alright, we're going to use the Hunting Dance here. They can banish a Colossus to protect, but the low is still destroyed, yep. Summoning another Skull Guardian. Saphira pitches to add back Sorvis, so their hand is... Wait, we know one of the other cards. I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Oh, it was the Sorvis. Okay. Oh, they're going for another Skull Guardian. Okay. Oh, they're just trying to battle over our board. I see. It's too bad we had this Bloom in play. That evenly would have been really good. Dang. Alright. Let's see what we got here. And we have Radiance. That's pretty much your only interaction, though. I mean, we are under Colossus as well, but... Alright, so we're lead with Dianea. Activate. They're going to immediately pop off the Radiance. Oh, but they're not using their pop effect. They're using the Summon F. Oh, which now makes their Guardians live. Okay. Well, Guardians, is that a hard once per turn or is it a soft once per turn? Oh, it's a hard once per turn. Okay, okay. And there it is. There is the hard once per turn negate on the Skull Guardian, or on the call by from the Skull Guardian there. Low resolves. Sarah is gonna set my favorite trap hole card, Floodgate Trap Hole. It's a joke, by the way. I actually hate that card. I actually truly just despise that card. I extremely just despise any card that says flip a monster down and haha, you can never flip it up again. It's like, yeah, cool, thanks. Wasn't gonna synchro, link, Xyz with it, nothing like that. That's awesome. Anyway. Alright, Mermula's gonna pop there. Barrier, we get to Bangalancer, summon it back to the field. Skeletal Soldier gets to summon itself back. We're gonna use the Selene Snapper there as well. Are we going? Oh no, we're going into the Atypus. I thought we were going back into the Selene Snapper, but boom, and that's gonna be enough. Wow, yeah, now we can battle over their whole field. What a comeback play. Holy, I was not anticipating that strong of a comeback at all there. Opponent top deck's Blessing of the Voiceless Voice. Actually, that's not nothing here. They get to grab low. Normal summon low. Go for the barrier. Barrier F for the Saphira. They're just going for Typhone. Is that what this is? Yeah, it's just Typhone. Okay. And we can just, yeah, bounce it. And there we go. Wow, that was an insane game. Yeah, it's funny because you think of Traptrix being a back row deck, and as a result, you think of it being like a more slow control deck. But deck definitely pops off pretty hard with the Ragnaraka stuff. Holy. So thank you very much for that submission there. Not only to you, of course, Toda, but also to everyone who submitted. Again, regardless of if I showed your games or not, there's always the next week, and just y'all submitting games is what keeps this series going. So thank you very much. But that's going to do for now. Let us just move on to the outro. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Just want to give you a huge thanks for watching all the way to the very end of the video. Believe it or not, that is actually one of the best ways that you can support the channel, is by watching the videos in their entirety. But there are many ways in which you can support the channel if you are so interested. The names that you're seeing on screen here, I gotta give an extra special thanks to, because these are people who have chosen to either become a member on YouTube, which if you're interested you can do as well via the join button next to the subscribe button down there, or have signed up over on Patreon and become members there. Link to that is going to be in the description below. Without the support that is being offered by, again, all the people that you're seeing on screen right here, I would not be able to take the time to dedicate to uploading daily YouTube videos. So thank you so very much. But there are also other ways you can support as well. Again, link to the description below. If you like my deck tracker that you'll see in a lot of my videos, the Untapped Companion, you can download that for free, and if you use my affiliate link down there, then that also goes a long way towards supporting the channel. That's, again, free. So is subscribing here on YouTube. That's also free and a huge way to support. You can also check out Twitch, once again linked in the description below. Following and subscribing over there will not only support as well, but also give you notifications of when I go live if you want to catch some of the live streams. But really, no matter how you choose to support, it all adds up, and it all definitely means the world. So thank you, each and every one of you. For now, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out. But more than that, I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day.